And now, an excerpt from our new online interview series called Waves of Change, where we spotlight the diverse faces and perspectives shaping the environmental justice movement throughout the Great Lakes. Our first guest is Detroit native and community organizer Justin Onwenu. After a waterfront storage site collapsed, community members were concerned about the possibility of uranium-tainted soil getting into the Detroit River. That's when Justin and others mobilized to protect the city's drinking water sources from pollution.
What we did is we organized to write and eventually to pass what we called the Detroit River Protection Ordinance, which basically said if you're an operator along the river in Detroit, you need to make sure that you're getting regular inspections to make sure that your property is up to date and to make sure that things aren't collapsing and falling into the Detroit River. Basic protections to make sure that our drinking water sources are safe. And I think that's just an example of how, we can build coalitions, get the community involved, and make sure that we're working with our lawmakers so that we have access to the Detroit River in a way that's safe and healthy for everybody.
Was there any particular environmental organization that you were working with in a more sort of formal capacity when you were doing this work as it relates to the Detroit River protection?
Absolutely. So this work would not have been possible without a broad coalition of organizations who were on the ground organizing, speaking at city council meetings. So this is groups like the Sierra Club and Legal Conservation Voters, Michigan Environmental Justice Coalition, Great Lakes Environmental Law Center, We the People Detroit. So there are just so many groups that were heavily involved. Michigan is really a state that's shaped, that's defined by water, and making sure that we protect our Great Lakes should be a priority from an environmental standpoint, of course, but also from an economic development standpoint. So much of our state is dependent on our waterways and on our drinking water sources being clean.